Every now and then, a stock makes a move that just blows past all expectations. A single day jump that makes you stop and ask, what is going on here? Today, we're going to pop the hood on one of those stocks, RKLB, and use a technical report to really understand the powerful forces behind its wild ride. It all kicked off with this number right here, almost an 18% gain in one day. Now, that's not just a good day for a stock. That's the kind of move that shakes the market and gets everyone asking the same simple question: what on earth just happened? And that is exactly the mystery we're here to solve. And okay, the plot thickens. This massive jump didn't just happen out of nowhere. The stock closed at over 70 bucks, which pushes it right up to the edge of its highest price all year. So think about that. A huge one-day surge happening right at a peak level. This is where the real drama starts. So this gets us to the big question, right? Was this just some random one-day fluke, a total flash in the pan? Or is this a sign of something much, much bigger? A powerful trend that's really taking hold. To figure that out, we've got to follow the clues laid out in the technical report. Let's do some detective work. All right, our first line of investigation is all about the underlying trend. We have to look past this one crazy day and see what the stock's been doing over the medium and long term. This is going to tell us if today's explosive move is built on a solid foundation or if it's just built on thin air. Just look at the story these numbers are telling us. That current price of over $70 isn't just creeping above its averages. No way. It's absolutely soaring past the 50-day average. That's your medium-term trend. And it's leaving the 200-day average, the long-term trend, way behind in the dust. That huge gap, that is our first major clue. So there you have it. The data is crystal clear. Today's massive jump was not a random event. It's the exclamation point at the end of a sentence that was already being written. We're looking at a strong, established uptrend. And just like that, the first piece of our puzzle is locked in place. But, just knowing there's a trend, that isn't quite enough. We need to understand the force behind it. I mean, how much power, how much momentum is actually pushing this stock up? That's the next critical question we've got to answer. So to measure that force, analysts have this really cool tool called the Relative Strength Index, or RSI. The best way to think of it is like a speedometer for a stock's price. It tells you not just the direction, but how fast it's getting there. And anything over 70, well, that's like putting the pedal to the metal. It's a speed that definitely gets people's attention. And there it is. RKLB's RSI is clocking in at 70.35. It just blasted past that critical 70 line, pushing it into a trader's call overbought territory. This is basically confirmation that the recent acceleration has been incredibly powerful. We're talking a burst of pure, unadulterated momentum. And we've got a second witness to back this up. The MACD, another key momentum indicator, is flashing the exact same signal. Its value is way above its own signal line, which is just a classic textbook confirmation of strong positive momentum. At this point, the case for a powerful upward force is pretty much undeniable. But here's the twist. In the world of technical analysis, extreme force can create its own set of problems. This is where our investigation takes a really critical turn, because an engine that's running this hot might be powerful, sure, but it could also be a major warning sign that it's about to overheat. This brings us to the other side of the coin. We've confirmed a strong trend, we've confirmed powerful momentum. But is it too much of a good thing? I mean, has the price just stretched itself too far, too fast? Is it getting close to a breaking point? Now, one of our most telling clues comes from an indicator called Bollinger Bands. The easiest way to picture these is as a channel, like a normal trading range for the stock based on how volatile it is. A price very rarely goes outside these bands, but RKLB just did exactly that. It literally broke through the ceiling. And this number tells you just how extreme that move was. See, a position of 100% means the price is just touching the very top of that band. RKLB is at almost 107%. It's well outside the expected range. In the world of technical analysis, that is a classic flashing red light for an overextended or overheated move. So, here we are. We've got all the clues laid out on the table. On one side, we have all this compelling evidence of incredible strength. And on the other, we've got these clear warning signs of overheating. It's time to put all these conflicting pieces together and see what the full picture really looks like. And this right here is the heart of the conflict. The bull case, the story of strength, is so clear. You've got a powerful long-term trend backed by some seriously intense momentum. But the bear case, the story of risk, is just as compelling. That overbought RSI and the fact that it blew past its Bollinger Band both scream that this extreme move might just not be sustainable. And check this out. The report's own summary scores captured this tension perfectly. An overall technical score of 75, that's strong, no doubt about it. It points to a fundamentally healthy chart. But a momentum score of over 132? That is just off the charts. It highlights that the recent burst of energy is extreme, even for a stop that's this strong. And so we're left with this absolutely fascinating high-stakes question. What happens when an unstoppable force of momentum slams into the immovable object of extreme risk? The technical report doesn't give us the final answer, but it lays out the battlefield perfectly. It's a classic Wall Street showdown. Pure strength versus potential unsustainability. Which force is going to win out?